Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another few days, spending time together, doing things a little bit differently. If you've been following along with the vlogs over the past couple, I guess months at this point of me exploring my second act, what I'm doing in my life, one thing that has become very clear is sometimes being a creature of comfort is like a little bit too much of the same thing. I am not pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I'm not trying new things. I'm not going new places. And we're working on that. We are working on that. That is exactly what this is about, is exploration of self. It's not necessarily just personal growth. Yes, I always am looking to grow in some form, shape, or manner, but it really is about exploring who I am, especially in the second act. And what I'm doing today to work on that is going to a different coffee shop to work. I know that doesn't sound crazy. Probably a lot of you do this all the time, but because I do love my habits, my rituals, I usually go to the same like 1 or 2 coffee shops. That's basically it for me. I know the food is good, the drinks are good, they may have a gluten-free snack, so I'm not even going to try somewhere else. But today I am going to try somewhere new because I am trying to get out of my comfort zone, even in the smallest ways of just going to a different coffee shop. So that is something I've been challenging myself with as of like this week, basically. And another thing that I'm trying to do is this concept of like going away for 30 days and like locking in to what you're trying to do. I'm not going away, obviously, because I'm still here, but I am trying to use the next 30 days to sort of lock in on where I want to see myself in the next season of my life, in this second act. And I don't have any answers as of right now. I don't have a clear vision. I know one thing that I'm committed to doing is working on my personal brand, because that suffered so much when I had my business. It was really hard for me to even try to have a personal brand, a personality, showing my own life while also building a business. So I'm trying to lean into that. What the end result is with that, I couldn't tell you, but that is what the next 30 days are. If you caught my latest vlog about my routines, my morning routine, that starts at night, because you can't have a good morning if your nighttime doesn't set you up for success. And then the work that I'm doing is mostly just about building my personal brand, my second act community. If you're a part of it, you know. If you're not, you should be a part of it, even if you're not in your second act. If you're just trying to explore, try new things, have accountability buddies, all the good stuff, you can join the second act community. It really is for all of us women just trying to figure out who we are in life. So those are the things that fill my day. During the day is trying different things. So whether that is going somewhere new like a coffee shop, I may try new workouts. I know, crazy. I may try a new hobby. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to lean into and explore. I am going to be traveling very soon, so that is going to make things unstable, which as a type A person, the instability of traveling, going to 3 different cities in over 2 weeks is going to be busy, but I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to lean into the unknown, that instability. I just had the unfortunate realization that I stained my favorite hoodie. We're going to rewrite that I'm annoyed into it's fine. It's just a hoodie. It's fine. It's only something I wear like 6 days a week. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. I'm going to get dressed, put on a different outfit, and not think about it. I am dressed. I am ready to head out. I don't know if I'm going to be too hot in this because it is a long sleeve with pants and it is warm out, but they're both breezy. And I will be going inside where I assume there is going to be air conditioning. This is my fun new little bag. It's actually not that little, but it is really cute. It's like a canvas style. It has drawstrings to make the top a little bit tighter, but look, it fits all of my things. So I have my computer in here, hard drive, headphones, like everything I need for editing, which I will be doing at the coffee shop. This is from South Studio, and I thought the yellow would be like a nice, fun pop of color. Even with this outfit, I feel like it's just a better outfit with color. If it was just like a black bag, I would feel a little bit kind of depressed, in all honesty. So a little brightness, a little yellow makes up for the hoodie situation, which we are mourning. I am praying though, when it dries and I put it in the washer after spot stain removing it, it will be fine, or it'll sort of like blend in. For now, I feel good in this outfit. I feel like I'm ready to lock in, get some editing done, allow myself to try something new, be in a different space. I think being in different spaces is also so helpful with creativity. So fingers crossed, I feel the creativity coming on. Okay, I've been looking for parking for 17 minutes. 17 minutes! This is the thing about LA. Parking is and always will be a struggle. So I've bailed. I have thrown in the towel on going to a new coffee shop. I know. I just have to. I just cannot do this. So I am going to a coffee shop that I know, that I love. Can I park here? Yes, I can park here. So I have rerouted myself to a different coffee shop because I'm not quitting on going to a coffee shop just because of the parking situation. I am just now deciding that, you know what? I'm going to go to one that I don't always go to. Okay, so that's good. I'm like doing my backup test here. Yeah, so I bailed. I couldn't find parking. I'm not going to spend more than 17 minutes looking for parking. There was genuinely nothing. Now I know about street cleaning. So I'm going to a different coffee shop that I don't go to a lot. I've never worked from it. So let's see. I do hope the working situation, aka a table, is available because it has limited spaces. So fingers crossed I can get a table and get some work done. But I didn't freak out about no parking. I know that doesn't sound crazy, but for me, I often get very flustered and frustrated when I can't find parking. So I'm just taking it as today was not the day to go to that coffee shop. I just used this new cleanser. Is it a cleanser? Yeah, it's a cleansing oil from Prequel. My friend Alejandra put me onto this, and I've seen so many things on TikTok, on the internet, and she swears by it. And so I obviously am always working towards good skin, and I think I'm obsessed. This is the first time using it, and it has taken off literally everything. And it's probably one of the best cleansing oils. I've used more cleansing balms, and I find the cleansing balms actually cake up my eyes. I get chunks in my eyes, and this feels so good. It's very lightweight, which I'm very much a fan of, again, because my skin is more sensitive and it's just it will break out if there's too much on it. So I do have to be very intentional with what I'm putting on it. So I'm sold on this. I might have to get some more of their products now because one use and I already feel great. Obviously I'll know more tomorrow. And then I followed up with my Tower 28, the SOS spray. I feel just helps so much, especially my skin. As of late, I've had some crazy breakouts just on this side, and I'm trying to think if it's because I sleep on my right side, but there's 3 pimples that just won't progress to fully come out, but also won't go away. They're mountainous underneath, and it's been months of this. That's fun, but it's around my mole, so I'm it's just another mole. It's just a more of a red mole, less of a brown mole. And I'm obviously going to follow up with my normal skincare routine, which I'm adding one more layer to. Yes, I know, but I'm 34. I need to have good skin. This is the thing I'm realizing is the more hydration in your skin, obviously, and drinking, the better, just in general. And as someone who doesn't get a lot of facials, I don't do crazy treatments. I just try to be as intentional with the products that I use. This is the Intense Wrinkle Cream. Obviously, your girl needs some intense wrinkle support. Or maybe I don't have intense wrinkles because I use this. But earlier today was such a good day. I pumped out so much content. I feel like a machine just from editing so much. I edited a few different pieces for brands that I'm working with right now, along with some stuff for myself. I'm launching a new series on Instagram and TikTok, which I think will be live by the time you see this video. So if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Substack or like anywhere else, you should follow me at Ofori-Attah and you'll see it. But it is about loving yourself. Something I have been talking about for basically my whole adult life, because I just think self-love is so much more than a bubble bath. And this little series that I'm doing is going to showcase what self-love can look like. Even sometimes it is a bubble bath, but a lot of times it's other things. And so it felt so good to get things done. And even though my attempt of going somewhere new and trying a new coffee shop did not work, the coffee shop that I went to was actually the perfect place to work because it was very quiet. I was there for, I think, like 3.5, almost 4 hours. Very proud of myself for locking in, getting things done. I've just exported a bunch of stuff. And since we're on the talk of hydration, I'm going to use my favorite Uni body serum for a little extra hydration on my arms, because my hands in general, I always put Uni on before bed, but I do feel like my arms are a little dry. I think I had some dairy by accident recently, so my arms get like very bumpy on the back when I have dairy. My body needs just a little extra moisture everywhere along with water. As I'm heading to bed, I'm already thinking about tomorrow's coffee. You know what makes me so excited to get up is my morning coffee. Now I feel hydrated, I feel accomplished. I feel like it was a good day, and now I'm ready to make tomorrow another good day. Today has been much softer and slower than yesterday. Yesterday felt like a high of being so productive, getting so much done, feeling really good about what I was doing. And today is kind of like the other side of the coin. It's not necessarily a bad day by any means. I think this is just how life ends up going. I woke up with my head not feeling great because it was another overcast day, which that always triggers a little something for me. And then I spent a bit of time on my computer after my workout. The workout felt great, pushed myself, doing all the things that I know help. And then when I was on my computer, I had to send off a bunch of emails, submit some content and things like that. And then I just felt like I went down a spiral, just not doing anything productive in terms of just like comparing, contrasting, trying to figure out what I should be doing, how to answer certain questions about where my life is, and all of those things that are kind of going on in my mind. And I got into a bit of a funk. So I took myself out of the house and I went to kind of the mall, like the outdoor shopping center that I love, truly just to get outside, like just for a change of scenery. I didn't want to go sit at a coffee shop because I feel that if I did that, I would have wanted to also work or be productive or just be on my phone. And so I went and browsed around. I didn't really end up buying a lot. I did get one nice, cute little everyday top from Aritzia. There was a lot of things that I wanted. I'm going to be honest with you. The wish list is growing, especially for fall. And it was nice to just kind of, bop around, not have a schedule, a time that I need to do this or be back or rushing. And now I realize I still need to just be pouring into myself, feeling like I want more clarity in life. I want more stability. And, as I talk about trying new things and doing new things, I do have a to-do list of things I should probably be actively working on right now. But instead, I am going to journal and spend some time just writing out some things. And one thing that I really want to focus on is writing my wins. So both like personally, in the second act of mine, professionally, anything that I would qualify as a win. I really want to actually like have a list, an ongoing page in my journal that I can go back to, because I think on days like today when I feel discouraged or unsure of what I should be doing or what I should be focusing on and all those shoulds that come up, I want to be able to go back to the wins list and see all the things that I have done, that I am proud of, that are moving a needle forward, whatever needle that is, even if it's a direction that I'm not sure I want to invest into, but at least it's something to show that when I put my time and energy into something, something happens. So I'm keeping a soft day, taking care of myself, and I'm not going to think about my to-do list, because guess what? The to-do list will be there tomorrow. Keeping with my slow intentions, my slowness today. I've had a very slow morning instead of getting up and like rushing to the gym, which sometimes I do. Yesterday I didn't necessarily rush to the gym, but I just like wanted to get in right away. I took my time, keeping that, softness, not putting as much pressure on myself. I had a lovely little walk, and now I'm getting ready to do something I wasn't planning on doing, but it kind of feels right with the slowness of today, is I'm doing my nails. These are actually like still in good shape, but this poor baby, I've had to glue it like back together, and then this one's breaking. And since I'm leaving in a few days for a trip for 2 weeks, I need to have these fixed. I think I'm going to actually get my nails done when I'm traveling, but I also know they're not going to make it. They're not going to last like even another week at this point. I'm going to do my nails. I'm going to lean into that softness that I'm trying to show myself, a bit more love and compassion, and also like get off of devices. I feel like because of yesterday, how I was feeling, being online, being on my computer, being on my phone, getting sucked into the vortex of just the world and also like comparison. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. And so I'm probably going to watch Gilmore Girls while I do my nails and just have like a very wholesome morning, slow start to the day. Basically, this will be like my whole morning and maybe even a little bit of the afternoon, depending on how long these take. I think I'm just going to do like a solid color, so I'm not taking a lot of time to fix these. Enjoy myself, enjoy being off of my devices. Just remind myself that patience is a virtue. Things will happen in the right time. I will get clarity on what I want for this next act, this next season of my life. And I'll probably jump into the second act community, share how I'm feeling, see if anyone else is feeling this way. I think it's so nice to have that community, a safe space where it's not as like judgmental, I guess, because everyone's there with like the similar feeling of life, and being able to just share with other women who are going through that validates that I'm not the only one, which is nice to not feel like so isolated or the only one. And it's also nice to have the ability to do this, like to have a slow morning, to do my nails in the morning and not have the pressure of work deadlines. Like I do have to-dos and deadlines for some clients, but I don't have to do it today. I don't have to be plugged in right now, and I know how to manage my time to get those things done. So part of managing my time is taking care of myself and unplugging from the expectations that I put on myself to always be productive, producing, working towards a goal, moving further along. And I just need to be still. Okay, the nails are done. We did just like a jelly pink, and by we, I did the jelly pink. I don't know why I say we. It's like a very almost like washed out pink, but I think it's good for like a neutral. And as you can see, I am dressed because I'm going out. I'm going out for some happy hour cocktails and like little appetizer with a few friends, which I'm genuinely so excited for. I think it's gonna help me get out of this little funk that I'm in, this like overthinking my life, everything situation. So as you can see, I did buy the little off the shoulder top from Aritzia, and I think it's super cute. It's not as fitted as I originally thought it should be, but I do like that it's boxy. It gives a little bit more movement, and then that way I don't have to worry how I'm feeling that day. I can just throw it on. My shoulder always looks good. And so we're set. And then I'm wearing my favorite Anine Bing jeans. These are the sort of like wide leg light wash ones. And then I also just got these shoes from Depop, a little tiny heel and a little leopard print for some fun. I was saying to a friend earlier, I actually don't ever shop Zara. Like I don't go on their website. I don't intentionally try to buy Zara. The only things that I end up getting from Zara are secondhand, which for me personally is the only way that it's going to work, because about 2 years ago, Zara stole one of my lingerie designs and was selling it on their website. So I am not a fan of Zara for what they do to small designers, what they did to me. So I'm not giving them money directly, but I will buy secondhand if it's something that I just like the look of, rather than feeling like, oh my gosh, there's something new at Zara, or even another like fast fashion website where you just see something new and like get in your mind that you need it or want it. So it's a very casual, pretty chill outfit. I think I'm gonna carry a simple black bag. I have this little like shoulder bag that you can actually adjust. You can adjust the strap, but I'm gonna wear it as a shoulder bag with this long tail on it, which I think is fun. This is from Sao Studio. So I think that's like a nice, very simple outfit. And then the very fun, very unique thing I did is I put these little hair pieces. They're like little accessories. They're from this company called Cove, and they usually do like claw clips, but I saw this and I was like, you know what? That's something that I will wear, because I do a pulled back bun or ponytail often. I'm trying to add a little something else. So I feel like even though this outfit's pretty basic, pretty classic, there's some fun moments between the leopard print shoes, the hair accessories, and then my new fresh nails. So I'm already feeling a little bit better. Again, I'm dressing for the mood I want to be in, not the mood I'm currently in. I had had such a lovely time with my friends, and they definitely got me out of my little funk, but unfortunately, I've been dealing with a migraine, so I've just been taking it so easy. Since I got back, I've really just been like chilling here on the couch and reading a little bit. I'm reading a new book called Dream Count, which was a suggestion for the Second Act Book Club, but decided to go a different route that I already finished. It was a Carly Fortune book that we are reading this month of September, and so I was like, I'll just read another suggestion that we had on the list, and it's good. It's interesting because there's a lot of talk of COVID in it, of the author's experience living in COVID and how it affected her, which really is just like PTSD, like going back to those years, and like I genuinely don't remember so much of that time. Like I feel like I've just kind of brushed it over, even though I got engaged and married in COVID. So it's kind of weird that I don't remember so much of that time. But the book has been really nice. I find when I have a migraine, I need some sort of distraction not to think about it. If I'm watching TV, sometimes I feel like I just feel the pain more. And I also don't have anything I'm like really watching right now. And because of that, I don't want to just like aimlessly watch. Obviously, I watched Gilmore Girls while doing my nails, and I feel like that was a nice like comforting show. And I actually read a Substack post from one of the Second Act community members' Substack. I'll link it in the description because it was really good. She talked about her migraines and how a lot of times when you get a migraine, you want to figure out what the trigger is. Like you want to assume, did I drink something? Did I eat something? Did I not drink enough water? Like you're trying to find the cause and effect. And sometimes you can. Sometimes you can really just see, I did this, which led to that. Either too much caffeine, not enough, all of those things. Sometimes you just get a migraine and really it's your body asking to slow down and to be more restful, to take it easy, and that's something that I'm really sitting with. So I'm just listening to my body and not being hard on myself that this is what I'm dealing with tonight. And I'm also just choosing to be very grateful that I had a lovely chance to go spend some time with friends, get out of my funk, have some good laughs. I think the best medicine, even with a migraine, is always to have a good laugh and have friends that just bring you joy. I think that's something I will always, always be grateful for. I might just read a little bit more here, maybe head to bed. My plan for tomorrow is a little up in the air based on how I'm feeling, and just give myself grace through it all. It is a new day and I'm feeling a bit better. I wouldn't say that I'm out of the woods in terms of the migraine, but it's a new day and we're making the most of the day. I'm actually doing the thing that I was going to do earlier this week. I'm going to a new coffee shop, not to work, just to enjoy. And I'm also going to go and drop off a bunch of clothes at a like secondhand store, see if they will buy any of it for the fall. A lot of them are like fall things that I didn't really wear last year that I just know I need to take out of my closet to start this season. Hopefully, again, fingers crossed, lots of fingers crossed today, but fingers crossed they will take some of the pieces that I'm bringing. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take photos for Depop. TBD on what's gonna be on Depop. If good things are going on Depop, obviously I'm gonna let you know because you should probably check it out. I'm just trying to change it up, do something a little different, and make the most of the day, especially while I'm feeling good right now. Embrace the feeling good. Continue reading my book. I'm getting through it, and just enjoy these little moments while I have them, while I can take them, and appreciate life and the beauty that life has to offer. I have decided, I've made the executive decision, I'm gonna dye my grays. I'm not ready to embrace my Stacey London full gray patch. I was at the gym and I was thinking, you know what? It's a good evening task. So the night has not begun, but we are starting by dyeing my hair. I have had this hair dye kit. If you've been following, you know, I almost did this a couple months ago, but I did not read the instructions before because you have to start with dry hair. So she's dry. I picked up a smoothie to make the most of this. So I'm really trying to romanticize dyeing my own hair. I would actually love it if a hairdresser in LA who is really talented and really trustworthy and really creative would want to just like actually do whatever they want to my hair. I've always loved telling hairdressers, do what you think will look good on me. Like cut it how you think will look good. Cut it the way that my hair naturally is, or like change my part. And a lot of them don't really want to, which I get because it's obviously a lot of like pressure. But I just think other people sometimes can see what you need when you can't see it, if that makes sense. Let me get it so you can see all of my hair. Like my hair right now is not bad. It looks pretty decent for being pulled back in a bun. Part of me would love to go red, like auburn. But first is I just got to get rid of like the gray patch, which I've been using like eyebrow dye, like the stuff you put in your eyebrow that's tinted. I've been using that in my gray patch. So you can kind of see the gray patch. We are getting rid of her. We're gonna dive in. We've got the accessories, we've got the dye, and I've used the DP Hue like Gloss Plus that does the demi-permanent dye, which I love. So I do feel like I can trust them for this. So let's get into dyeing my hair. I'm gonna put on a podcast to really make this feel like I am at a salon. Like I am getting spoiled and taken care of. That's what I'm looking to feel right now. So let's begin.